Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER One News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER One News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER One News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER One News. I'm Cody Johnson reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Thursday, June 6th. Tonight we report on how a Quincy man was sentenced for practicing medicine illegally and how Soap Lake is getting behind some soapbox racers. We also look at how Grant County law enforcement helped with a search warrant in Douglas County and how a Bridgeport man was fired over forgetting about cherry pie. In sports, we have the last weekend's results from the Ephrata Raceway Park, and we'll tell you about a special event that took place to honor a local racer. Our spotlight story tonight is a behind-the-scenes look at the 911 dispatch center and how it works. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER One Weather Center. Our top story tonight, a Quincy man is serving 8 months in jail after injecting a woman with a homemade cosmetic treatment that led to her double mastectomy. Mario Halifax Valley pleaded guilty to 2 counts of assault in the 3rd degree in Grant County Superior Court. The 32-year-old man was initially charged with 6 counts of assault in the 2nd degree and 6 counts of unlicensed practice of medicine after he injected a woman's breasts and rear with a combination of silicone and hormones under the claim he could augment them. The charges were lessened as part of the plea agreement. The victim reportedly heard about Halifax Valley's treatments through a friend who said he'd done the procedure on a lot of people. The victim agreed, receiving about 30 injections in her chest and rear during each of her 6 visits, paying about $630 per visit. She was told it was a combination of hormones, birth control, and silicone. After the last injection, the woman found red bumps and hot spots on her chest. She later had to go to the emergency room because of extreme pain and had to have a double mastectomy because of the silicone in the tissue. For more on this story, you can visit us online at ifiber1.com/news. On the lighter side, the Soap Lake City Council recognized the efforts of a few racers from the All-American Soapbox Derby and expressed their interest in seeing them compete on a national level. Here with the story is Spencer Graham.
The Soap Lake Soapbox Derby topped the agenda at Wednesday's council meeting, as city leaders and Soap Lake for Locals teamed up to honor the event's organizers and announce a fundraising effort for 2 boxcar national qualifiers. The 2 boxcar champions rolled their way to victory in divisional races. 8-year-old Kayla Dawn Rhodes won in stocks, and 9-year-old Jandy Jr. Castello won in super stocks. This was the first year the Soap Lake Derby was sanctioned, meaning the 2 kids have the chance to move on to the national races in Akron, Ohio next month.
In coming years, our Soap Lake Soapbox Derby is going to become a significant regional event.
And we're trying to figure out and trying to get some sponsors to where we can send these kids back to Akron, Ohio.
But they'll need some help getting there. Hotel costs alone were estimated to be over $2,000, not including transportation and other expenses for a week-long stay. Anyone who'd like to contribute to the fund can mail checks payable to BSA Troop 44 to Road 20 Northwest, Soap Lake, Washington. More information is available by calling 509-246-1026. For iFIBER One News, this is Spencer Graham reporting with Ryan Lancaster.
Thanks, Spencer. A 37-year-old Ephrata man was one of 3 people arrested in Douglas County Tuesday in connection with a stolen property and drugs found at a residence. Douglas and Grant County police teams raided 2 residences in the small town of Douglas while serving a search warrant. Stolen items recovered during the search include a rifle, camera, power tools, shop equipment, a stripped-down vehicle reportedly stolen from Yakima, and another vehicle rebuilt with stolen parts. A large amount of suspected methamphetamine was also found, along with evidence of possible meth lab operations and a marijuana grow. Ephrata resident Lamar Loomis was booked on suspicion of possession of stolen property, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. 2 more people were arrested at the scene, and they were from Waterville. For more on the story, visit us online at iFiber1.com/news. Each of the people you see here have warrants for their arrest and are wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day, or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages with the latest from the iFiber One Weather Center, and we've got sports and more news on the way.